Welcome, JT here. Thanks a bunch for joining me. Today we're talking about water. Clean, clear, crisp drinking water. And if you're like me, you like to have water with you wherever you go. To work, the gym, in your car, on the bike, backpack. Having good, clean drinking water within arm's reach is a great part of a healthy lifestyle. The only problem is you go to take a drink and you get this whiff of stinky water, and it's evident that a colony of bacteria has grown in your water bottle, and there's just nothing grosser than that. So your solutions are to carry a disposable water bottle and throw it away once a week or so. We sometimes don't know what chemical compounds those are composed of and what we're actually drinking from. Number two, we get a good quality wide mouth drinking water bottle and then do the work of cleaning it out once a week, which is a pain in the butt and no one really enjoys doing. The third option is let technology come to the rescue in terms of self-cleaning ultraviolet water bottles, where they have an ultraviolet light in the cap. They turn on periodically throughout your day and kill the bacteria in your water. Now, there are two main players in this market segment, CrazyCap and Lark. I ordered both of those along with the cheapest option I could find on Amazon to do a three-way heads-up competition. But unfortunately, the Lark hasn't come in, and it's now saying it's going to be a month before it gets here. I'm guessing it's shipping from China. In the meantime, I wanted to go ahead and give a comparison of these two, the CrazyCap with the cheapest option on Amazon. I've been using both of these for a while and have some thoughts and recommendations for you. That's our topic for today. Let's get started. Now, as I see it, there are three use cases for one of these water bottles. The first is if you enjoy camping and hiking, being out in nature, and you want to be able to drink from whatever kind of natural water source you find, a stream, a river, a lake, or whatever, this will address that need. Second of all, if you tend to refill your water bottle throughout your day from a public water fountain at the gym or at work or just some unknown public water fountain that you have no idea what kind of kid or people have been attaching their mouths or hands to that water fountain, then this will address that need as well. And then third and finally, if you start out with clean, pure water to begin with, I have a 5-stage reverse osmosis system in my house, so I always begin with known, good, clean water. But still, every time we take a drink from that water bottle, we're introducing bacteria from backwash into that will colonize over time to produce some nasty, stinky grossness. So in all three of those cases, these water bottles can address that need. Let me begin by talking about the CrazyCap 2 self-cleaning UV water bottle. Now, this sells for around $79, so it's not a cheap solution. And by the way, if you're interested in a more affordable option, CrazyCap does sell just the cap. If you want the smart end of the technology, you can buy just the cap itself for around $50 that can attach itself to just some standard water bottles. So that's a good option. Is it worth $79? Now, I've been using this for a while and I've come to really appreciate the value that it brings. The CrazyCap 2 also has the ability for you to sanitize any surface. You can turn the light on and point it at your smartphone, your laptop, or whatever and sanitize the surface of anything. So that's pretty amazing and flexible. The CrazyCap 2 will turn itself on automatically every 4 hours for 20 seconds to continue the process of killing that bacteria. I've had very positive experience with the CrazyCap 2. The design is very pleasing. The cap is really well designed. The charger that simply fits on the top and recharges the internal battery works well with minimal invasiveness. I can just recharge that whenever it's convenient. The coating on here eliminates fingerprints, and it feels robust and solid, like it could take a bit of abuse and not show up easily. When I began testing the CrazyCap 2, I decided instead of putting purified water in it to just put tap water in. And then I drank from it periodically throughout the day over multiple days. So I was introducing new bacteria from backwash regularly throughout the days. And I have to say, even after days of using it that way, the water tastes very good, even better than my purified water from my 5-stage reverse osmosis system. And the water even tastes smoother than normal. I had originally done a lot of research and read a lot of reviewers who had said that the water from the CrazyCap tasted better than other water bottles. I was a bit skeptical about that, but I've got to say, after using it for a while, I find that to be true. I love the taste of the water from the CrazyCap, even coming out of the tap. And that's a rarity for me. I tend to be picky about the taste of my water, but in this case, I absolutely love what this is doing to the taste of the water. Is it worth $79? It's a major investment, no doubt. But to me, this is something I plan on carrying with me every day for many years. I can't speak to the durability of it, but in terms of just looking at the construction quality and the fact that there aren't any moving parts, I've got to think this thing's going to last for many, many years. With daily use, I think I'm going to get a lot of return on my investment for that $79. Even if you just think about the possibility of drinking contaminated water periodically that's introducing more bacteria into your system, how often is that going to happen before you come down with some kind of illness that might take you out of work for a day or so? I see this as a good investment in my quality of life, and so I plan on carrying this with me everywhere I go. Now, in terms of buying cheap, no-name brand products on Amazon, my experience has been all the way across the spectrum, from finding products that perform as well or maybe even better than the big name brand, all the way to ones that are just a dismal failure, and everywhere in between. So you never know quite what to expect. I would say with this experience, it hasn't been great. It's been okay. In terms of the packaging, you can see the packaging is much cheaper, but that's not a big deal at all. You know, after a few oohs and ahs looking at nice packaging, we put it away, put it in recycling, and then move about our life not to think about that again. And so I even find value in a minimalistic approach where you're not wasting a lot of natural resources. In terms of the paint, it shows fingerprints and oil from your hands. It's not a aesthetically pleasing experience, but again, that's just aesthetics, and that doesn't really affect the quality of the water, and that's what's most important here. Now, the cheap Amazon version has a unique feature on the cap. When you press the cap, it will display the temperature of the contents for you, as you see there. And I guess if you're drinking coffee or warm liquids out of it, that may be useful to you to make sure you're not drinking scalding coffee, for example, or maybe you don't want it to be hot. So that could be useful. But for me, I'm just drinking water out of it, and I don't find it helpful at all to know the temperature of my water. It feels a little gimmicky to me that I'm using part of the battery life to display something that has no meaning. And the temperature is in Celsius. For those of us in the US who would prefer to convert that over to Fahrenheit, I have not found an ability to do that. There's been a lot of complaints that the user manual was evidently written in Chinese and converted into English using some automated tool that did not do a very good job of it. The second problem I've had with this is periodically it will make a beeping sound. If you take it off and put it back on, sometimes it will make that sound, sometimes it won't. If you press the button, sometimes it will make that sound and other times it won't. Particularly annoying is whenever it's doing the cleaning process, it will make a series of beeps that I find pretty annoying. If you were to be charging this at the office or in a library or someplace where you want to be sensitive to to sound, it would be quite annoying. And every time it goes off, I'm startled, like, what in the world am I hearing? Is it a truck backing up in the outside? And it turns out it's this thing making some crazy sounds that I don't value or even appreciate. And then third and most importantly to me, in order to recharge the cap, you have to take the cap off and then attach the charger. It uses magnets, but it attaches to the underside of the cap here. So you're attaching the charger onto the side that makes contact with the water, which I don't like the thought of. And also, to charge it, you have to leave the cap off. And so if you need to charge it overnight, you're committing to not having this work and be purifying your water overnight, but also you're leaving it open to the open air. So I find the design of the recharging of this cap to be a deal breaker for me. After all, most of us are going to have our recharging cable in our backpack. Some people might even put it in their pocket, and you've got pocket lint or who knows what on it, and you're attaching it to this and then putting this in to your water source. It's then going to be getting jostled up, and whatever you're introducing there with the recharging is going to make its way back down into your water and have to be purified all over. So I am not a fan of this solution because of those three issues. In terms of the water purification, I can't speak scientifically to this, but the water taste out of this does not taste as good as it does from the CrazyCap. I find that this tastes good and clean, whereas this has a bit of a tanginess that I suspect came from the original source water from the municipal water supply, and it's just carrying through and not getting cleaned out. So I can't say that that water taste directly translates to its sterilization and cleansing, filtering process, but to me, the fact that this tastes so much better does indicate that it's probably doing a better job of cleaning the water than this one does. But that's just my anecdotal opinion without any scientific data to back that up. So here's how I've rated both of these products. In terms of design, I give the CrazyCap 2 5.0. The cheap Amazon version, I give a 3.5. In terms of build quality, I give the CrazyCap a 5, and once again, I give the cheap Amazon version a 3.5. In terms of ergonomics, I give the CrazyCap a 4.5. I think there is some room for improvement, although the CrazyCap does offer additional accessories such as a bottle handle and a bottom cap sold separately. And I give the cheap Amazon version a 4 out of 5. In terms of purification, I give CrazyCap 2 5 stars because it can purify to 99.999%. The cheap Amazon version, I give a 4.5 because it can purify to 99.99%. In terms of automation, I give the CrazyCap 2 5 stars. It can fully automate the process of purifying your water, where it turns on automatically every 4 hours for 20 seconds. I give the cheap Amazon version a 0 in terms of automation because it offers no form of automation. It only purifies your water when you press the button. In terms of warranty, I give the CrazyCap 5 stars. It offers a lifetime warranty. Now, the cheap Amazon version, I gave a 0 for the warranty because no warranty is listed. You have to contact the reseller in order to find out if it offers any form of warranty, and from my experience, that's not a good indicator. Now, naturally, you can return it during the return period for Amazon, but in terms of the manufacturer offering a warranty, that is not provided. In terms of price, I give the CrazyCap 2 4 stars. You get a lot of bang for your buck, but you're still paying $79. Whereas the cheap Amazon version, I give 5 stars for price at $33. The question is, are you getting enough bang for your buck for that $33? So the CrazyCap 2 comes in at 4.8, while the cheap Amazon version totals at 2.9. Which is right for you? You've got to choose. For me, I choose the CrazyCap 2. To me, it's a worthwhile investment at $79 to give me a tool that gives me fresh, clean water within arm's reach anytime I need. To me, that's worth $79, and I say I gotta have it. I've included links to both of these products in the program description below. If you're thinking about making a purchase, would you do me a favor and click on one of those links? It won't cost you anything, but I get a small affiliate commission fee that helps me cover the costs of producing these videos. Now, I'm really looking forward to the follow-up video when the Lark bottle comes in. I'll be able to compare it to the CrazyCap and see which one comes out on top. I think it's going to be much closer than these products have been. I'm looking forward to seeing those results. Hey, thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this, do me a huge favor and click the like button. It really makes a big difference. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that too. Hey, remember to show yourself love and respect and don't put up with anyone's BS who treats you otherwise. Until next time, spread the love.